Hi lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's good to be here again. The Creative Chemist is a YouTube channel where we learn chemistry and fashion. I am going to be teaching on balancing redox reaction today. And in my last video, I have explained what redox reaction is, what oxidation and reduction is, what oxidizing and reducing agent is. We started this series last week, and today we'll be ending with balancing of redox reaction. Thanks for always supporting me. Thanks for liking, sharing, and thanks for commenting. Please, for those that have not commented on my videos, please go ahead and comment. Put your comments there. If there are questions you want me to solve, put them there, and I'll be so glad to do that. Let's get started. Balancing of redox equation. Now, we're going to be balancing this with two redox equations. The first one is Cr2O72 minus plus Cl minus to give Cr3 plus Cl2. I said in my last video that there are some reactions, some equations whereby we cannot really identify if there is a loss of oxygen or a gain of oxygen, and at that point would have to use oxidation number. Here comes an equation where there is no loss of oxygen, gain of oxygen, or loss of hydrogen, gain of hydrogen. Then we'll be using our oxidation number. Now, to balance a redox equation, the first thing you need to do is identify which one is oxidation and identify which one is reduction. So I said that these two reactions, they go hand in hand. So it's going to be half equation. Oxidation half reaction and reduction half reaction. So after you've been able to identify that, then you balance the atoms. That's the first thing. You balance the atoms. And the next thing is you balance the charges. If these two are done, then your answer would be correct. Okay, so let's identify oxidation and which one is reduction. So basically we have Cr2O7 2 minus going to Cr3 plus and Cl minus moving to Cl2. So which one is oxidation? So there's no loss of oxygen or gain of hydrogen. So let's use our oxidation number. Now the first question is, what's the oxidation number here? I said in the last video that the oxidation number of an ion is a charge it is carrying. So the oxidation number is +3. So what's the oxidation number of Cr in Cr2O7 2 minus? So it is going to be 2Cr plus 7 oxygen. It will be equal to the charge it is carrying, which is -2. So 2Cr plus 7, oxygen is -2, equals to -2. So 2Cr, 7 times 2, that's plus times minus, minus 14 equals to -2. So I have 2Cr will be -2 plus 14. So 2Cr equals to 12, and Cr will be equals to 12 over 2, which is equals to +6. So the oxidation number of chromium in Cr2O72 minus is +6. So when there is a reduction in the oxidation number, that is reduction. And when there is an increase in the oxidation number, that is oxidation. Please note that increase in oxidation number is oxidation, and decrease in oxidation number is reduction. So that tells me that this half equation is there is a decrease in oxidation number. So this is reduction half equation. So oxidation reduction goes hand in hand. So this is going to be oxidation half equation, which we can also look at it. What's the oxidation number here? Is 0. What's the oxidation number here? -1. -1 to 0, there was an increase of 1. So increase is oxidation. So this is oxidation half equation. So let me write it out. Cl2 2 minus, it is going to give us Cl3 plus, and Cl minus, it is going to give us Cl2. Okay, so I said after identifying that, the next thing is to balance the atoms and to balance the charges. So to balance the atom, you're going to be adding oxygen for where there is oxygen, or, okay, let's put it this way. To balance the atom, you're going to be adding water to where oxygen is deficient or there is no oxygen at all. If there's no oxygen or it is small, this deficient, you'll be adding H2O and you'll be adding H plus to the other side. And that's a redox reaction in acidic medium. Let me recap. To balance oxygen, you'll be adding H2O, which is water, to where there is deficient oxygen, and H plus to the other side if it is acidic medium, and you'll be adding H2O to where there is deficient oxygen, and OH minus to the other side if it is a basic medium. So this is an acidic medium. Then we'll be adding, we'll be adding H2O to where there is deficient oxygen, and H plus to the other side, so that we can balance this oxygen, because in balancing chemical reaction, whatever you have on the reactant must be on the product side. But if you look at this, there is oxygen on the left hand side, which is the reactant, but there is no oxygen on the right hand side, which is the product. So to balance our oxygen, we add water to where there is deficient oxygen, and we add H plus to the other side if it is acidic medium. But assuming this equation is in basic medium, I'll be adding H2O to where there is deficient oxygen and OH minus to the other side. Okay, so for the second one, there is no oxygen. There's no oxygen either in the reactant or the product, so I'm not adding H2O or H plus. So now let's look at it. I have chromium 2, I have 1, so I'll put 2, so I have 2 chromium. I have 7 oxygen, I have 1 oxygen, so I'll put 7, so I have 7 oxygen. I have 1 hydrogen, 14 hydrogen, so I'll have 14 hydrogen. So I've been able to balance the atom. So let's balance the atom. I have 2 chlorine, I have 1 chlorine, then I have 2 chlorine. So the next thing is to balance the charges. So to balance the charges, let's do for this, for chromium, what's the charge here? -2 plus, I have 14 here. So 14, sorry, I have 14 here and I have plus 1. 14 times 1 will be plus 14. On the other side, I have plus 3 and I have 2. 2 times plus 3, that's plus 6, plus 7 is there, and you know the oxidation number of H2O is 0. So 7 times 0 is 0. So plus 14 minus 2, it is going to be plus 12. And then 6 plus 0, 6. So the oxidation number is from 12 to 6. And the difference between 12 and 6 is 6. So I'll add 6 electrons to where I have more of the charge. So 6 electrons will be here. So let's do this also. So this is -1. 2 times -1, that's -2. And I have 1 and 0. 1 times 0 is 0. So -2 times 0, the difference there is 2. So I have 2 electrons. Did you get that? Okay, so I've been able to balance the atoms and balance the charges. Okay, so let us finalize it. So we learned that oxidation, we have learned that the reduction half equation and the oxidation half equation. So when there is oxidation, basically there will be reduction. And when a sum of electron is lost, it should still be the same sum of electron that should be gained. So if we have 6 electrons there, so automatically we should also have 6 electrons, yeah, but we have 6 electrons and we have 2 electrons. So let's make the electron balance so as to have a final answer. Okay, so Cr2O72 minus plus 14H plus 6E minus to give 2Cr3 plus 7H2O, and the other one is 2Cl minus to give Cl2 plus 2 electrons. So to make our electrons balance, we'll bring in our knowledge in mathematics. So I'm going to multiply the whole equation here by 1. I'll multiply this by 3, so that 3 times 2 will give me 6. So I have times 1 and times 3. So it is going to give me Cr2O72 minus plus 14H plus 6E minus to give 2Cr3 plus 7H2O. Then 3 times this will be 6Cl minus to give 3Cl2 plus 6E minus. So the electrons will cancel out. And I have my final answer to be Cr2O72 minus plus 6Cl minus plus 14H plus to give 2Cr3 plus 3Cl2. So this is the balanced equation for this redox reaction. So the first step is identify your oxidation and identify which of the substance is undergoing reduction. When you do that, number 2 is balance your atoms, and the next one is balance your charges. When you do that, you make sure the number of electron loss is equal to the number of electron gain. And then if they are not the same, you do your mathematics to get that, and then they cancel out and you have your final result. So the second question, which is MnO4 minus plus Fe2 plus to give Mn2 plus Fe2 plus. I would leave you to go do that. Please do it and give me the final result in the comment section. If you have issues doing that, please let me know also in the comment section. If I will have to do it for us, and if you have gotten it, I will be glad that you followed me through in the first example. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you would always get notified when I post a new video. Bye.